All of them.
Shut up. Okay, what Hogwarts house would you be?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Slytherin.
What is happening?
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, let's not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hello.
What up?
Welcome everybody back to another episode of Strange Flavors. This is brought to you by Alif Theory. My name is FAROS.
My name is Shimmer.
My name is Amber.
My name is actually
Jeff.
Malfoy. And your names are... You are...
He's
Harry
Ron
or
Weasley. No, he's
You're
Ron
Hermione.
Weasley. I'm Hermione.
You're definitely not Hermione.
No,
What
you're not Hermione.
what-
She's someone in Hufflepuff.
He's more Hermione than you.
Wait, okay, explain this. Why am
You're
I?
Ron.
I'm
Ron.
Wow, why am I Ron?
Because you're a goofball and you have red hair.
I do not have red hair.
It's closer to red than John Mayer's hair.
I have closer hair to Hermione than Ron.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But Hermione's
it's
all
the
like...
personality. But I'm not like Hermione. Am I like that? Like,
I
oh my
like
gosh, this is how it
technical.
is.
Like
Everything.
technical,
You don't
yeah.
think
I'm
I'm
like that?
technical? I'm
Technically-
technical. I could be technical.
Am-
Okay.
am I
I
technical?
could be technical. Do you know techno is like music? I could be technical, guys. Yeah, that was definitely a Ron statement.
No,
And
Frost is more like
He's
Voldemort.
Malfoy. No, he's no.
wait, Malfoy is the
Malfoy is like
You're Malfoy
the young
all
blonde,
the way.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're all the way Malfoy.
he's like spoiled.
But you
like
got-
and
but-
evil.
No,
Yeah.
no. This is what you guys
he's
missed.
spoiled
about
and
the
jealous.
Whole Harry Potter.
He's spoiled and jealous the whole time.
But who comes in clutch the most in the whole Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Malfoy.
no.
Dumbledore.
No, because he was actually nice.
Hagrid.
Wait, are we thinking about the same
But he was
person?
jealous.
Malfoy has
like
the silver
Like he
hair.
was spoiled and like yeah, he was nice, but like
No,
that's nothing like.
But it
you.
was like a respect thing. Like he was
He was.
His
he
dad-
was like
his
he was
dad would-
alpha, right? He was alpha, but then Harry Potter comes in and he's like, "Dang, like I have competition." But then he teamed up with Harry because he's like, "Yo, respect."
But wait, did he even?
That's
team up with
nothing
him?
like you.
Why not?
You're definitely Malfoy.
You're
and that's just
Voldemort.
it.
You're
That's all.
Voldemort.
You're
I'm
just
not.
evil.
I'm
You're
not.
Voldemort.
I'm not pure evil. I'm evil with good intention.
No, you're Snape. You're Snape. You have
You're
the hair.
Snape.
You have the hair, and you're evil, but your intentions are good. Like the whole time you're good. You're definitely Snape.
We'll go with Snape.
Harry Potter. You get what I'm saying? That would make more sense.
I like that, but I just like
You're
he's
not
not cool.
Malfoy.
He's not cool enough.
He's so cool. He's the
Yeah,
coolest.
no,
He's,
you can be
he's
No,
Snape.
but he
safe.
doesn't look cool.
He looks cool. His hair.
Your hair is
Snape.
exactly like
You have
him.
the same hair.
Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
But
I'm glad. I'm mad that we all knew what this was.
yeah, it's a classic. The Harry Potter Puppet Pals.
Oh my god.
There was a few of those, right?
Yeah, and
But
there
that was the best one, the timing too.
Sean Fujio. No.
Oh yeah, Nigahika made a
Oh yeah.
remix.
But
Yeah.
Amber's definitely Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Why is she a
I'm-
Because
Hufflepuff?
Hufflepuff is like, oh yeah, like, Googling.
Wait. What?
Isn't
what am
Hufflepuff
I-
just like
what
all
is
fat
that?
kids?
Huh? No, Hufflepuff is not fat
Just
kids.
'cause it
They're very
says
like
Huffle
bright.
Puffle, that doesn't mean they're fat.
Very like.
I don't know. I feel like they're just all kind of losers.
Wow.
No,
And you
they're
trying
not?
to place me in that category?
No,
And what's the last one?
Ravenclaw. That's like the cool.
Is
How's it cool?
Like nobody's
Yeah.
from there.
I feel like those are the emos.
Yeah, they're kind of like themselves. Like they're cool. They're by themselves. Like
Okay, why can't I be Gryffindor?
Slytherin's
just
like
'cause you
evil.
want to be
Gryffindor's like the
Gryffindor?
main average.
Slytherin's
like,
not evil. They're just like intimidating.
100% Shams is Ron.
It's the only reason. Why is he Ron?
Yeah, why am I wrong?
Because like you're not Harry, you're not anyone else except for unless you're that kid.
Ron
that-
doesn't know how to
He's
do
Neville.
anything.
He's Neville Longbottom
yeah,
because
there
he has
you go,
long
Neville.
legs.
And he messes up.
I don't know
every
my Harry
spell.
Potter that well. All I know is that
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want to be
neither do
Slytherin.
I.
I
because
know I'm not
Slytherin
Harry.
is
I know
so-
I
I'm
honestly
not
didn't
Ron.
even watch the
I'm
last
definitely not
movie.
Hermione.
I'm Hermione 100%. Okay,
Hermione.
cool.
You're definitely not Hermione either.
Why?
Hermione.
not?
Hermione.
Hermione. I
I
feel
like
like
how nobody gets.
I feel like your
hair.
sister's closer to Hermione than her.
Okay, but is she
She's
here?
my sister is definitely a Hermione.
But is
Yeah.
she here?
You're right.
Therefore, I'm Hermione.
Because no, you don't want to be Hermione.
But I like Hermione. She's my favorite.
So then you're Ron because Ron likes Hermione.
No.
All right. Forget.
Anyways,
Yeah, we don't know Harry
we
Potter.
don't even
too
know
well.
our Harry Potter to be talking about this.
Then
All I
this
know is
conversation's too long.
Slytherin goes hard, and
All we
they're
know is you're Malfoy. And
I
you're
took
evil.
the Potter test and I got Gryffindor. So
Wow, was that on BuzzFeed?
no,
I
it was
actually-
the official Harry Potter.
my sister actually
Exam.
made me take it, and I got Slytherin.
Really?
No, didn't someone
Now I
post
need
it in
to
our
take
group
this.
chat? And we did.
Oh yeah. Somebody did that.
In the Things one?
Yep.
Okay, so Amber, you recently hosted a TED Talk.
I did.
TED
Like,
Talk.
dang.
I know, that was really cool. I wish I had more time to prepare. The whole week was really hectic. So I found myself like 2 hours before the TED Talk trying to get ready while looking over the speakers. So I genuinely don't think I was as prepared as I wish I was. But regardless,
You did awesome though.
thank you.
Yeah.
But it was that was very cool for me.
Yeah. I mean, even just to say like that's something on people's bucket list, like, oh, to give a TED Talk or something, but like you hosted one, so
Close
that's
enough. Sure.
that's still like a cool thing to
Yeah.
do.
Hey, a host one now. In 10 years, I'll do one.
True.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah, or you could host one then too and introduce
And do it
Shamir.
in the
And then
introduce it.
you shot me. Wow.
It was so funny. Like some of the people there, they were like basic like TED format.
Yeah,
Like it was
like
just
exactly what I imagined.
I was about to laugh so hard. They're like, yeah, this like it was just basic.
like the way they came out.
Yeah.
Like, because some people they came out, they're like, "Hi, this is my name. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is my story." But some people they just came out and they were like, "1982."
was the time
comes
that I
in-
last remembered.
Yeah, like, and it all cycles around.
Yeah.
It's so TED.
Right.
So I feel like that's like the people that do the official, because this was a TEDx.
Right.
So they're like TED Talk people. They're like, okay, yeah, recruit this guy. He made the draft. So that's how it works, like the TED format, probably.
My favorite person was Angelica Nawadu from the Shade Room, because like I'm a big fan of the Shade Room. 10
Yeah.
million.
10
She
million
replied
followers.
back to me to my Instagram
Dang,
story.
get
So you know.
But Strange Flavors shout out. Derek Ebert was given the TED Talk. If you listen to that
Yes.
episode,
Oh, yeah.
he was on Strange Flavors, and then Ted was like, "Dang, like you did Strange Flavors? That's crazy. You should give a TED Talk." So
Yeah,
that was
sure. Of course, that's what happened. This man was already giving a TED Talk. We grabbed him before he gave a
Snatched
TEd
him
Talk.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
That's-
his was amazing.
Yeah.
He
It
like
was
he like
good
went
stuff.
in
It was
and
stuff.
out of like
the poetry,
poetry and
good
like
format, great
you know.
technique. Did you guys know that Did you guys go to Cold Stone for the free ice cream?
No.
If you had a beard.
No.
Oh,
This
sad.
is
Sad.
This is
Sad.
wrong.
Very
That's
sad.
sexist.
This
That's
is very-
sexist.
Okay, do they have
It's
like a
sexist,
variation
yeah.
like
Well,
if
you
you're-
can't have a beard either.
What if were they like if you have like
I know the
leg
struggle.
hair then and you're a girl then you get one too or something?
No,
Because like
actually,
I would be able to get that.
they did this because they wanted to like shout out all the Muslims. They were like, "Yo, National Muslim."
Was
Day.
it for
Okay.
Movember?
Yeah,
Like,
it was for
shave
November.
Okay, but
And
what about the woman?
November stands for Muslim November. Just kidding.
What's November?
JK.
It's for test.
Mustache, right?
It's basically No Shave November,
Mm-hmm.
but you know it's to you know what that's for.
But
Well, yeah,
Movember
yeah.
is mustache,
But-
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
But-
what I was asking.
But
Mustache
it's
November.
to show light on like testicular cancer and all that.
Really?
Interesting.
Oh, like Pink October.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Word.
That's why I do it. so funny.
Anyways,
The camera saw my
Why'd
smile.
you?
The camera
yeah,
saw.
he was smirking, so that's why.
but yeah,
They
should let.
I think it's a fun
women
activity.
also
Like, what do you
have-
guys think of No Shave November? Like, I think
I love it because I love beards.
no, but it's like a fun activity for me because like every year I've tried to see like, okay, can I grow a beard this year? And
Does it ever work?
I mean, last year was the first like glimpse of hope, but it didn't work. This year, maybe.
It's gonna work.
Like I
have
have
a
cheek
feeling.
hairs. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is
And
the
they're
first
coming
time
in.
they're coming in.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. So hopefully
Well,
by the end.
the less you try to remove them, the more they'll just like grow in and settle into place.
I mean, every day is
I'm trying to grow.
No Shave November for me.
I'm trying to grow the beard like our guest today.
Oh yeah,
Or is
true.
that too early?
Yeah.
True. Oh, you were trying to do the.
Transition? Yeah,
You was
too
trying to do the
early.
transition.
Too early.
That was not bad, Shamir. I like that. I like that. But we still got a good 5 minutes.
Dang
on the
it.
What
clock.
about you? Did
I like
you have you shaved and what day? You already
I
trimmed
shaved.
your face.
I shaved an hour ago, and now I got a full grown beard back.
Okay, but that's
But
not
at the end of the
point.
month, you'll look like a awesome.
Do you want me to grow it out?
Viking? Yeah.
sure?
I've been telling you, you should grow it out.
Yeah, we
See,
said
the
that
thing
last
is,
time.
the thing is, one time I did that, like, and it got pretty long, and we were in DC, right? And it started pouring, so I like took my bun down, and so I had the hair just like running, big beard, and this dude stops me in the middle of the street. There's cars coming. He's like, "Bro, you look just like Jesus. I was like, all right.
Why don't you do
'Cause
that?
sometimes
I
That's
get-
awesome, right?
Sometimes people just randomly think
I mean,
that
it's
they
about
can
to be
come up.
December, so you might as well.
Yeah.
We've got a big time boss of social media with us today. His name is Asad Gillani.
Ooh.
He is a crazy awesome photographer. After this episode, like, you got to make sure to check him out because it's just like really
Fire.
dope stuff that he takes. But yeah, we had an awesome conversation with him. He's a real funny guy, down to earth, and yeah, this is like, this episode will really show you like his cool personality, and just make sure to check him out afterwards.
And if you're watching the video podcast, you'll see his great style too.
Oh my God, you got to see the
Watch the
it
video
on YouTube.
There, you have to watch the video.
Watch it on YouTube. We're on YouTube as Strange Flavors. Make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, this is Asad Gillani. He's
Got
been
a
ready.
hand on the table.
How long did you prepare for this?
2 minutes in advance, so I'm definitely prepared.
Okay, we can't go any further without talking about this look.
Yeah.
What are you wearing today?
I have obsession with coats, so I had to bring the coat.
Okay, the long coat.
Yeah, the long coat.
Yeah.
And just a regular sweatshirt and just some
It's a very
casual over
fall
top.
look.
It's
this
not
is-
a regular sweatshirt.
This is what I love about coats. You can be wearing anything underneath, it doesn't matter. The coat like makes it look like you're dressed up. If I take the coat off, I'm not dressed up anymore. I'm just in a casual outfit.
That's definitely
just
a
the-
nicer sweatshirt.
Just the hoodie, you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, it's just a regular.
That's an interesting color of a hoodie, though.
It's very
Yeah, I
fall.
like the color.
It's like
Very
a
fall.
soft maroon.
It's like an autumn color. It's like a
Yeah.
rustic red.
Are the glasses real?
No, they're not real.
Oh,
so,
no.
so see, that's part of the look too.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
part of the look. I'm testing them out because I'm actually thinking about getting prescription ones, but I'm not sure if I want to make
Wait,
the
do you
An
commitment.
need
aviator
prescription
size?
ones?
Yeah, I'm wearing contacts.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wait, so you
I have
you're wearing
contacts and then I'm wearing
You have
glasses.
on
The
top
complete
that aren't
contradiction
real.
with everything. Yeah.
Wow, that's yeah. I mean,
Look at you exposing him. He was trying to pull those
Yeah,
off as
sh-
those
they're
No, it's
real
not about
glasses.
exposing.
prescription.
It's about sharing.
Yeah, the
Fashion
knowledge.
tips.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm letting everybody know this is gonna be one of those episodes. I'm just laughing for no reason. I don't know why. I just feel like you're just really funny.
All right, fair enough.
Not like not like
No
you look
pressure.
funny or something. I feel like you're just like
Will be
Naturally.
like yeah,
try,
like
I try.
naturally funny.
I try.
Okay, so you're a photographer.
Yes,
That's
I'm a
kind
photographer.
of that's kind of how I think I know you.
Okay, yeah.
That's about all I know about you, pretty much.
I'm
and that
making
you're
like crucial
cool.
eye contact with you right now.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
Well, if they're watching on the video podcast, they'll be able to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
That's true.
Like, okay, if you're listening to this man just has like his hand on his waist and one arm leaning
On the table.
like it's great. I love it. So yeah, like I know you from. I mean, I met you at an event I was performing at.
Yeah.
And kind of said hi, and then I found you on Instagram,
Yeah.
and your page is like crazy, and I was like, yo,
Oh,
that's,
thanks,
so
man.
lit.
That means a lot to me. I
That's-
appreciate that.
Yeah.
that's sick. So I mean, first of all, like, how did you get into photography?
Photography. So there's so many answers to this question.
Now you're laughing for no reason. What are you guys laughing for
If
now?
you sit like that the whole time, I'm gonna.
This is how I'm comfortable. Like this
let,
is
let our
let him
guests
do
be
it.
comfortable.
Right, well,
I
I can't look at him the whole time, man.
Let our guests
all
be
right. Let me try to
comfortable.
be more.
No,
No, no.
do,
Do
whatever,
whatever you want. Just don't
want.
mind
Don't
me.
let this man tell you how to live your life.
Because this is a very like I care about this a lot,
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know where to put my hands anymore.
and I'm gonna ask you these things seriously because like I love
All right,
it.
all right.
But okay, please don't
All
mind
right.
me.
Let's just give a minute of seriousness before.
No.
Just laugh it off. Laugh it off.
Just get it done with.
Okay. Yes.
But is that how you identify as well as a photographer? Is that like what you tell
Um,
people?
Technically, yes, that's an easy answer, but I consider myself to some degree an artist because before that, the reason why I say there's multiple answers to that question is because before I started doing photography, I did videography. Before I did videography, I did I used to draw a lot, and there's that's why I consider myself an artist, because a true artist to me is somebody who does a lot of different types of art rather than just photography. So
When
yes.
did you pick up the camera though?
Actually, my sister bought the first camera. I didn't even buy the first camera. I didn't care about photography as much. So my sister had this camera and she didn't really use it. So I just picked it up one day. I think this was in senior year of high school.
What kind of camera was it?
It was I was gonna say a piece of shit, but but it was like it was a Canon Rebel XS. It's like a very basic camera. Doesn't like just takes pictures. It's like a DSLR, but it's not like the because there's three tiers to cameras. There's like a beginner, amateur basically, and then there's enthusiast, and then there's a professional camera.
And this was a beginner.
This is a straight up beginner camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where
So,
do
yeah.
you like to put it in perspective? Like, can you name a camera in each tier?
Yeah. Well, what I started with was Rebel XS. Rebels are usually the introductory cameras in Canon, and then 60D is what I got right after that. That's like considered like an intermediate, and like a 7D as well. And then you got the professional cameras like the 1D and the 5D. So
And those are what you have now.
the 5D, yeah.
Okay. And do you have like a ton of lenses or like?
Yeah. What I was always like hearing as I was like learning how to do photography is like, don't worry about the camera. It's more about the lens than the camera. So I actually initially I put in more money into the lenses rather than the camera itself. So for the longest time I was using like a basic camera with like a relatively nice lens on top of it.
Is that true, so?
Yeah, it's definitely true.
And like, what'd you start taking pictures of?
See, what photography, I was really into fashion, and fashion photography is the reason why like I wanted to take pictures. So from there, like somebody offered me like money to take pictures at a birthday party, and I was like, yeah, why not, for sure. And then I realized, yo, I can make money. So I started wedding photography, and it just kept on going bigger and bigger. But at the end of the day, like my passion is not like wedding photography. That's just not something I do as like a profession type thing. Even though I consider photography my passion, it's not my profession. But yeah. So
What is your profession?
oh, I'm in college right now. I'm doing computer science.
Okay.
So
what would you rather be doing?
photography, of course. I'm Desi though. You think my parents are gonna be like, yeah, photographer bana bacha.
But for you, it's definitely a good side gig because
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm always gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
that's my passion.
So
Right.
why haven't you taken it to the next level and like gotten a team and like
I'm working on
becoming
it.
a wedding?
I'm actually working on it because I do have like 3 high schoolers that I like basically recruited because I actually have like,
Interns.
a proper
Oh,
company.
interns.
Yeah,
Just
legit.
getting them early.
Yeah, so like if it's a smaller event like a birthday party, I'll send them in my place and then like pay them hourly what I think they deserve for like shooting, and then I'll just take the rest for editing, and like, it's my company basically.
nice. So like you said, you identify yourself as an artist just as much as a photographer, or if not more.
Yeah.
Do you have like a specific style
See-
that you would know that okay, this is Asad's picture?
I feel like there's many characteristics that make something mine.
Okay.
So editing is obviously huge. Anybody can pick up a camera and get the picture, but once you put it in post, that's when you bring it to life as your own. So
What's your go-to for editing?
So this is like something I do because I was looking into like a lot of like filmmaking basically. So what they do a lot is they have like the contrast, not the contrast in color, but
The
complementary colors basically. So like the highlights are more yellowish, and then to contrast it, the shadows are a little blue. So supposedly that draws like more attention to the picture.
Right.
So it's like a common like art thing. So I like really thought that was interesting. So if you look at most of my pictures, they have like highlights have like a yellow hue to them, and then they contrast the shadows with like a bluish purplish tone.
So like, what are, besides like the fashion thing, like what are some other things that you like photographing that you think are really special to you, whether it be like something in nature or people or what?
Architecture. I love architecture. I actually wanted to be an architect when I was growing up, but it just translated to computer science somehow. 'Cause,
Why is that?
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Parents happen.
Parents
like-
happen.
Yeah.
So there's no other reason for you doing computer science except for your parents.
No, I mean I was doing computer engineering. I mean I actually do find it interesting to some degree,
Okay.
but yeah, architecture was my go-to initially. But I was like, all right, I'll settle with computer science.
Okay. So you said you did videography before you
Mhm.
did photos. So like
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit.
So back then I wasn't doing it professionally, so it was just like for my personal entertainment, and I was really into special effects. So I would try to make my videos of me flying and like random stuff like that.
Okay.
And they're still on Facebook, but I don't know if you want to see those.
No,
I do.
will. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I
go
might show
check
you
it out
afterwards,
this.
but hopefully it doesn't get public. There's that infamous Elmo video that I'm not going to talk about much more than that.
Elmo?
That's all I'm going to say.
Is it the Tickle Me Elmo by any chance?
That's all I'm going to say. Plead the fifth. I think it's the Fifth Amendment, yeah.
So yeah, your videography. What do you use to edit?
Lightroom. For batch editing, Lightroom. because like if you use Photoshop in every picture, you're gonna sit
It can
there for
take
like
forever.
years
Yeah.
editing every picture. But if I want to like edit in detail, like you throw into Photoshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about like photo illustrations? Will you do if somebody needs a picture edited, like as far as like your ethical code, like how far will you go until
So
it turns into a photo illustration?
that's an interesting question. The most I've been asked to do is Photoshop double chin out of somebody for every single picture, and that was like 1,000 pictures. I sat there and photoshopping and double chin out. They paid me $200 for it, so I'm okay. But,
$200 extra just for the double
just
chin.
for double chin
No way.
photoshopping. Yep.
That's intense.
Double the
You don't want to
hundreds.
double chin in your wedding photos, so
That's true.
Double the hundred.
True,
But
but,
she had
but
a
did
double-
they have it
Something.
in real life?
yes. But the pictures say otherwise.
Well, if you're gonna look back at photos, the wedding photos, then she could be like, I didn't.
Nobody has to know except for everybody who's listening right now.
Well,
What's
we
her
won't
name?
even know.
Yeah.
We won't even know what pictures there's because there's no
Exactly.
double chin in the pictures.
Exactly. She lost weight. You didn't hear it from me.
That was always my thing. So I mean, I studied journalism in school,
Mhm.
and I used to be an art director for a magazine.
All
And
right.
my thing was always that when somebody asks to edit a photo, if
Yeah.
it's not there in real life, I won't do it
I respect that.
in that. And,
But if they're offering you $200
no,
to
no,
make
no,
it
no,
happen,
I totally get it. I totally get it. And we're dealing with different things because a lot of times it was
you got to
like,
make the client happy at that point.
yeah. So this was somebody, you're doing it for somebody that was going like personally to them. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like, you're
Publishing,
doing
yeah, exactly.
publishing to the public,
Yeah.
whereas like you're
Yep.
doing something wrong that's like not actually there. But it was
Yeah.
like, if it's like teeth and stuff like that, like, yeah, like your
Yeah.
teeth can be whitened.
Yeah.
If you have pimples, like obviously like you don't always have pimples.
Yeah,
So
anything
things
that's
like that,
not always there
blemishes.
is like you can take it out. It's fine.
Mhm.
But if I'm doing it for my personal myself, like somebody has like a blemish on their face that's permanent mark, I don't like taking it out because that's just part of who they are.
Right.
Like
so
a
I
mole or
respect. I see where
something.
you're going with that. Yeah, that's just like why would you want to take it out? That's you.
Right.
True.
And when you first started releasing your photos, were you like afraid of putting your art out there and like critiquing and whatnot?
Not really. The only thing that was holding me back was once again brown parents because they don't like. My parents are very traditional, so they were just kind of skeptical about it. But as soon as I came home one day and I was like, "Yo, I just made money," they're like, "Oh, okay, karo beta, maziya karo."
What is that business side like? Because when you have friends
Mhm.
who, they're like, oh, like he's a photographer, like he'll
Yeah.
do pictures of me and stuff, like, does that get annoying? And like, how do you deal with that?
So till this day, if somebody asks me to do a photo shoot, if it's like a friend, I have no problem doing it. Cause at the end of the day, like I said, it's my passion. Like I don't mind doing it. Like I have weddings and like bigger events if I want to make money. If it's a photo shoot, I don't care. Like it's not that serious to me. Like I'll just do it. It's not an issue. So I don't mind it at all. Yeah.
What if it's like somebody who just found you on Instagram? They're just like, yo, like.
I mean, if I don't know them, then
yeah.
Yeah.
different.
Like for example, like friends, like I don't know, am I allowed to say specific friends? Like so, like Aman
Yeah.
and stuff for them, like they were your
Yeah.
friends and stuff, so you could do graduation pictures.
Yeah, I
and
didn't.
Stuff like that.
I
But like for example, when I had like my brother's wedding and stuff, that's
Yeah.
like an event.
yeah, that's an
So
event.
that's like,
yeah, that's
you
a little
know,
different. Like
that's
I'm
like
not.
the difference.
That's a lot of work and like if
Pictures, a lot of pictures.
Well, you'd be
Yeah,
paying
that's-
somebody else to do that anyways.
No, exactly.
So then
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
why not take
That's a
care?
little different because that's actually a lot of work for me. Cause
Right.
sit there and just out of my
Mhm.
own time, just sit there and edit those pictures.
Mm.
So I gotta do something about that. Like with Aman, I didn't ask for money. They did give me some, but
Mhm.
it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
we're friends. I don't want you to do this for free. So that's
Right.
a little different.
So how do most people find out about you for like hiring you?
And social media,
Right.
social media is insane now.
Which one? Like Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook, Instagram. I've had people hit me on like Tumblr randomly. Like I don't even know. I just posted one picture. They're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "All right." So it's and then word of mouth is obviously huge, but in social media is a crucial platform.
Do you have limits to what you'll photograph? Like, I don't know. I guess you're dealing with a lot of the same type of people a lot of times, but like I see on IG, I mean, the best way to get to the top
Yeah,
is less clothing.
yeah. Yeah.
So do you have personal limits or a comfort zone? You'll
So for that, I mean, if it's like a friend's photo shoot and they want to do something like that, that's fine.
mm-hmm.
But I will never publicly display that because my clientele base is wedding photography. Like I got a lot of aunties and uncles. They don't want to see that.
Right.
They're gonna see this. Oh, you bitch, shut up, man. I don't want that impression of myself. So yeah, if I do that, it's gonna be like completely separate.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not gonna include it as Asad Abbas photography. Like if you wanna use that personally, that's cool. I don't have a problem with
And
that.
they can credit it.
Yeah, they can credit it, but I'm not gonna post it on my own.
How about competition? Like, there's a lot of photographers
Mhm.
out there. Like, how do you deal with that? Or are you just that good that people...
I actually don't mind that at all. Like, I don't think it's a competition. I think I actually appreciate when, like, I see other people picking up a camera. I'm like, yo, if you need any help, let me know. Like, we all have, like, things that we know that we can help each other out. Because at the end of the day, like, we're not doing the same thing because we're all original in our own idea. Unless if you're copying somebody verbatim, that's different. Don't do that. But if you're trying to perfect your own style or whatever, 100% respect that. Like, do it. Like, I want to see you get bigger. Like, even if you get bigger than me, I have no problem with that.
And do you collaborate with other photographers?
Yeah, I mean, I try to. Like,
Okay.
any type of, like, art, if
Okay.
anybody's interested. Like, honestly, my biggest inspiration is other people. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, creativity comes from outside. You can't just sit there and just come with creativity, you know? It's like you work with other people, you do photo shoots for other people, and it kind of expands your vision as well.
Mm.
And
Wow.
you don't really watermark any of your pictures. Why is that?
I used to, but
Is it a
I-
laziness thing?
no, I did a lot. Back in the day, I used to have a watermark.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I feel like it obstructs the
Okay.
picture. Like, it kind of messes up. Like,
Yeah.
you're not able to appreciate it because I hate when people have that huge, like, watermark right on the picture. I'm just like, okay. I used to, back in the day, if you look at my older pictures, I have a very subtle watermark on them.
Mhm.
And, like, it's like kind of like the opacity is turned down, so, like, you can barely see it, but it's there. But, I mean, I don't think it's that serious. I
Right.
just don't feel like it's worth the effort. Not even
Yeah.
lazy, it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your process of like taking, I guess, like the right photo? Because I hear like people that are very serious photographers.
mhm.
I forget, my dad was telling me about this one guy that like he'll spend the entire day with you just to get to know what
Mhm.
how your face moves and everything, and then at
Yeah.
the end of the day he clicks one time and he's done because he knows exactly. I'm like, I don't know, like, what's your process?
I don't think I'll ever reach that level, but but it's amazing when you know the person. Like, first of all, they feel more comfortable.
Hmm.
They automatically kind of just like feel themselves, so they automatically like fit in the front of the camera. Because if you point a camera at somebody, they'll feel uncomfortable automatically.
Mm.
So if you know them, you can know how to make them feel more comfortable. And that's why if I'm doing like a wedding photography client, like, I'll just spend like 30 minutes just talking to them, trying to, like, the first couple of pictures, I'll just be like, yo, show them a couple of pictures and be like, what are you comfortable with? If there's some comfortable with some like wild stuff, like jumping in the air, you know, or stuff like that, it kind of helps me understand what kind of person they are and what kind of pictures they would be into.
Oh, you
that
do
helps
travel?
out. Yeah, farthest I've gone probably right now is Houston.
Okay.
I went to Houston, New Jersey. I was in New Jersey last weekend.
Out of the country at all?
Not out of the country yet.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
Do you have any goals of like things that you really, really want to capture, or people
Mhm.
that you really want to photograph?
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to get photography done at a Drake concert, but that didn't work out for me. I emailed Verizon Center like 30 times. You know, they didn't listen to me. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I think you have to like email like Drake's
Yeah,
management.
because I
team.
think he has his own.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah. But I took pictures of Obama, which was really cool.
At the mosque.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the mosque hit me up and they were like, yo, like, we trust you and stuff. So, like, if you can come through, get some pictures for us. I was like, oh. It's all about connections, you know. You make your connections throughout your career.
Were you more excited for that than them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because not only is it just like amazing opportunity, it's like, how is this gonna propel my career?
Mm.
Like, because people see it and it's like, this dude's legit.
Do you feel
So-
like photography has carved that kind of path for you to get like different types of experiences because of
Oh,
the fact that
100%.
you're photographing?
100%. I shook Obama's hand. Like, would that ever happen if I didn't have a camera? No way.
Wow.
Dang,
That's
No
true.
way.
That's very true.
that's awesome. So how comfortable are you in front of the camera?
Not comfortable at all.
Okay.
Not
'Cause-
comfortable at all. I'm like constantly like watching
The
the camera.
video camera?
Here, just like,
Are you like, if somebody photographs you, are you super picky about the way that you want it to turn out because it's not under your control?
I try not to be,
Yeah.
but in my head I have this vision that sometimes the other person might not see. And I'm just like, yo, take a picture with me. I'll try to like guide them, and they'll take it. And you're like, what do you feel about this? I'm like, it's good, it's good.
Facts.
Yeah.
So facts. That's the most relatable thing ever.
I know you're not talking for us. 'Cause
No.
anytime I take a picture, it's great, but you take a picture and it's terrible.
First of all, we're talking about like, she's talking about like a Snapchat, like
no, not
at any
Snapchat.
event or something. I'm talking about like a good artistic photo.
Fair.
Like, for example, like if I take a photo of somebody and it's my vision, right? Like I know already what I'm gonna do in Photoshop and whatever else.
You have
the way
that
it's
vision
gonna
already
look.
set, yeah.
So then it's like when I put myself in a place and then have somebody else click it, it's like it never turns out the way that I am gonna vision. It's just never gonna happen. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, the whole revolution of like the phone camera. What are your thoughts about that? And like, yeah, I mean, I'll just leave it open ended like that.
I love it, but sometimes it bothers me, like, because when they first came out with the depth effect, like, I love it. I use it all the time. It's cool, awesome. But like, it kind of bothers me that nobody understands what the depth effect actually is.
Right.
And I'm just like, you know, at least know what it is.
Go ahead,
like,
explain it.
Because it's actually just shallower depth of field, basically. Well, I mean, depth effect is pretty accurate because of depth effect. But when you have a very large aperture, it creates a very shallow depth. So only like a certain subject will be in focus and everything else is blurred out. But no, not many people understand what's happening. They're just like, oh, background blurred, it's not important. So it's just a cool, I'm more in focus. So they don't really.
And the fact that it's not real to like how a camera would, because it blurs out everything evenly. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Like the closer things are less blurry. Than the
depth
things.
Effect actually tries its best to replicate the distance or depth, because it is a depth effect. It's not just a blur effect. So I mean, I was hating on it a lot when it first came out. But then I took a couple of pictures with it. I'm not gonna lie, most of my Instagram pictures are with the depth effect now.
Yeah.
So your photography
so
page
I can't
or your
hate.
personal page?
My personal page, no. Photography, come on now. I could get away with it though.
Right.
Yeah, like, so will you take a lot of like selfies if you want your own pictures the way that they want? Is that mostly what you post?
Yeah, on my personal Instagram, but yeah.
Are there times where you would prefer your phone over like an actual camera?
Yeah, I'm not trying to carry around a huge camera with me all the time. So I'm just like, just iPhone is good enough for now.
That's what I like. It's like a lot of people, it's like the best camera is the one you have.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. It is very true. Unless if it's a really shitty camera, then you don't have a use for it. But
who are artistically some of your biggest inspirations? Doesn't have to be photography or models, but in general.
People I surround myself with.
Okay.
So those are legitimately my biggest, my friends, you guys, you know, creatives. Stuff like that, they inspire me. So like, yeah, honestly, I'm a firm believer that the biggest influences are the ones that are closest to you.
Okay. And any reason for that versus like a celebrity, musician, whatever?
I don't think so. I'm just
like
the
you
way
know
I
them
feel.
better?
Not even that, because I just feel like they're more unique to their belief. They're not confined to how many people do you think are like looking up to some huge famous photographer? Everybody. But if you kind of just like collaborate, kind of understand what everybody else, their mindset, what they like, and kind of just relate it to your own style, and it just kind of creates a more unique touch to it.
Right. Because you definitely stand out in a crowd. You have your own sort of style and everything. So I always wonder, like, where does he get that from?
Yeah, I try to. It's like the compilation of like everything I've experienced. It's like a.
Is the eyebrow cut real?
Yeah, that's real.
Is that just from birth?
You want the real story? Or you want the?
I want the real story. What's the other story? Like a cool story?
Yeah, because like the real story is not very cool, so I just tell people the fake story.
Let's hear both of them. Tell us the fake story first.
Yeah, fake story.
All right, so I was in Pakistan, right? We went to we were at Muzaffargarh. It's like a farmland, and one of my cousins has a lion.
I knew it.
And then like I just got in a fight with the lion. Just like one, so it just kind of scratched me. You know, it was cool though. There's no problem.
Did you ever tell anyone this story? Like,
I've tried to, it never works out because I always change up the story every time. It's like a different, completely story.
Different animal.
Different animal. First time it was like a raccoon. Like, the
raccoon would be kind of believable, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so what's the real story?
I'll stick with the raccoon. I was 8 years old, running under a table, tripped over one of the table legs, hit my head on the sofa.
Wait, but how did it create that line?
Sofa created that line?
Oh, you know those old sofas had this like sharp corner?
Oh,
yeah.
Like wooden corners?
Yeah, and like the whole, like, it was a huge gash, so you had to sew it back. And the
scar from line.
The doctor was terrible because it's like uneven. He didn't even sew it on properly. So like, it kind of goes up a little bit.
But it's
but it looks so dope.
It does.
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to like kind of hide it, but people kept telling me like, "Oh no, why are you like trying to hide it?" And I was like, "All right, you know what? I'm gonna just let it out."
That's awesome. That it really
and
does.
Now it's a trend.
Yo, it is. It is. That's true.
Yeah. There was a point in my life where I was cutting my own eyebrows just to get a line through them.
Yeah, people legit. 90% of people think I just do it. Just every day, I just wake up and just create a slit in my forehead.
You got to put in the work. You got to run into the corner of the sofa.
Yeah, right.
Like,
there you go.
If you want it,
If you want to, you got to pay to play.
Pain is beauty.
Exactly.
That's
There you
where
go.
that comes from.
Exactly.
When's your fashion start?
Oh, always. I have like hundreds of cousins, and they've always been into fashion. I'm the youngest, one of the youngest male cousins, so like they've been in the game for like years, and they're always into fashion. So like I kind of just like grew up with it. It was always around me.
Oh, I remember. So do you ever find yourself on like the Explore page and you'll be like, oh wow, that looks cool, and then try to like do something in a similar
for sure.
style?
For sure, yeah, that happens a lot. Like even if I'm doing like wedding photography, like I follow a couple of wedding Instagram pages, and I'll be like, oh, that's a dope pose, and I'll just like kind of favorite it, and then I'll be like later on to the branding room, I'll be like, yo, you guys trying to recreate this?
Right.
Like, they're down with it.
Will the beard last forever?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
I hope so.
'Cause you have a definite look now.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to get that beard, bro.
Yeah. Maybe I might have to cut it off if I get a job, because I'm looking into that, and a lot of them.
No way.
No, you don't
require
need, you don't need to
trim
do that this day and age. It's fine.
Yeah, hopefully not. We'll see. We'll
I've
see.
never seen you without a beard.
What
so
if they're
that's-
like the
I haven't-
eyebrow needs to be fixed?
I haven't seen my every
beard
morning
is fine.
colored in with a permanent marker.
But yeah, can you give us a little scruff into the mic? Let's see the texture of it.
Scrub
Yeah, I
into
got
the
you.
mic.
Do I have to move
No,
around?
just right in there.
Right there?
Yeah.
I'll do mine first, so then we can have a nice
Yeah.
comparison. Like
Okay, yeah.
that's me.
Can you
Use your finger,
Is
use
mine
your-
Yeah,
working?
just rub through it. Do you
Is
hear
that,
that?
is that working? Is that working?
Do you hear
Yeah,
that?
it's
It sounds like a fox going through a meadow.
It feels like carpet. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like carpet glued to your face, basically.
Do you use beard oil?
Oh, you have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have really like thick hair, so it just
What does beard oil do?
it kind of like softens it up a little bit.
Okay.
So it's a
And
little
it
bit
still
bearable.
feels like a carpet after the beard oil?
Oh yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's very coarse hair.
So what is it before the
Genetics.
beard oil?
It's legit carpet on my
Oh,
face.
okay.
Afterwards, it's kind of
You
like
have to
carpet.
vacuum it and stuff.
Oh yeah, all the time.
But like this whole look is, I mean, with the beard and everything, is so in now. Whereas it wouldn't have been
Yeah.
like everybody used to be clean shaven. So like,
Yeah.
do you get a lot of respect from hipster community and whoever else? Like, yo,
I
wish
don't know
had
much
that.
about that because it's so normal now. But I grew a beard in like middle school, like a full beard, and it was not cool back in the day.
I still can't.
And that was a struggle.
You had a full beard. It
I had
wasn't
a-
patchy?
It was missing little spots here and
Okay,
there, but
okay.
it was a proper beard. Nobody else had a beard. Nobody else
Right.
could grow a beard at that point. So I was just like randomly walking
And it
around with a full
wasn't
beard.
cool?
It was not cool at all.
No, in middle school it's definitely
Yeah,
not,
it's
not
You
cool.
don't want a
Really?
beard. You don't want a beard in middle
No.
school.
You're walking around like a 15-year-old, like a full
For
beard.
me, okay, when I had a beard in middle school, no, I'm just kidding. But like, for a girl, fine. But I feel like a guy, they'd be like, oh, wow, you're a man. You're older than us. Or
No,
something.
No,
not
that's
at all.
weird.
Really?
Like,
Everybody
why?
just looked at you like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so hairy? It's like, just brown. I don't know.
But the genetics are good for like this whole trend.
Oh, yeah. Now it's
So-
awesome.
So
Yeah.
it works out.
I'm going to answer a
Okay.
question that I didn't earlier. You kind of touched upon it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that you guys didn't ask me.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
You asked me something. I think you might have asked me like an event that I won't do.
Okay, yeah.
I will not do pregnancy photo shoots because that just
Why?
creeps me out. I don't know. I will not do it. I've been
Okay.
asked. I literally people are like, yo, I'll give you like $400 for like an hour. Can you do like a pregnancy shoot? I'm like, nope.
Wait, you literally saying why? Like, you don't have
It
to
just
do
weirds
much.
me
It's not
out.
like you're like having to provide like pregnancy clothes.
It just weirds
or
me out. I
providing
can't
the
do it.
baby.
I just can't do it.
Would you say provide the
lying.
baby?
I said you don't have to provide the baby. You just have
I have to be with the
photograph.
doctor when he's giving.
He's like snap. As soon as it comes out. He grows up with him like his whole life.
Okay, so one day when I'm pregnant and I ask you to do a pregnancy photo shoot, you will say no.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I feel like that would be even weirder for a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like you don't want to.
I've done one pregnancy shoot and it was for a friend. So I guess I'm more receptive to if it's a
I'll be
friend.
personally
Okay.
offended if you say no.
His email he sent us. I found it really funny.
Right.
Oh, did I use my personal email?
No, it was just like you were just like, hey guys,
Oh,
I'm a
just email in
POS.
general. Okay. Because I have a. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
go
a
for it.
POS, and then I found that really funny. And then you were like, oh yeah, I like cameras, coffee, and cars.
Alliteration. Yeah.
So like,
Try to be a
do
little
you take
creative.
pictures of cars too?
Oh, I have I feel like it's recently growing more than it was before, but yeah, I love cars,
Okay.
so I'm really into that.
And how
Like
about
modding cars and
coffee?
everything.
What kind of coffee you like?
Any coffee that's in my hand.
Do you drink
Maybe
coffee every day?
Starbucks.
Every day, multiple times a day, yeah.
Black?
No, I can't do black coffee yet.
Yeah.
I'm not at that
You're not
point.
at that level.
I'm not at that level.
Are you aspiring to be?
I'm aspiring to be right now, yeah.
See? I knew
No
it.
sugar, just like a little bit of creamer, and I'm good.
Yeah. No, it's always cool when somebody's just like, yeah, it's black.
Yeah,
like, dang.
I aspire to be that dude, but no, I can't do it. I'll be like cringing as I'm drinking it because it's too strong. So it's not gonna work. But yeah, my bad about that email. I get lazy
No,
sometimes,
it's
so.
fine. Like I was just like, I thought it was like a random email, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's probably just spam. Just
yeah,
just
I thought it was like a spam. And I'm like,
archive it.
what is this? And then, but no, now it makes sense and it's funny. Not that you're a POS.
You know, if you don't mind, there's actually a story behind the POS.
Right.
What is it?
So one of my cousins is really adamant on calling me a POS. Really adamant. So like whenever I'm listening, he's like, "What's up, POS?" I'm just like, "All right, whatever. I guess I'll accept it." So one day he's a barber, so I'm getting a haircut from him, and I'm on my laptop like doing whatever. And then he's a barber, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then he goes on my Amazon, orders a sticker that says "piece of shit,"
Oh no.
and he charges to my friend card's account, and it sends to his house. My friend drives by my house, puts a sticker on my car. So now, as of right now, I have a sticker on my back of my car that says "piece of shit."
Really?
So I was like, you know what? The world is conspiring against me right now, so I'll just accept it. I'm a piece of shit.
No.
It's like he applies for a job. He's like, I'm a POS.
Skills being a POS.
I'm crying right now, literally. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That's actually really sad.
It
I'm
is. It's a
sorry.
little bit. It's okay though.
He's telling us
I'm glad that
I'm glad you
you're-
embraced it.
Yeah.
If you know my cousins, then you would understand it.
Okay.
They're interesting characters.
Because at the beginning, before we have guests come on, they're supposed to send us like a bio and stuff, and literally,
I feel
Asad
like
says
I encapsulated
cars,
it really well though.
Cameras, coffee. I'm a piece of
Yeah.
shit. Like that was it.
Yeah.
No, like I think that just said a lot about like not that, but like the way that you put the email together. It's just like
I'm a
am who
simple
I am.
dude. I just-
simple.
But
That's
I try to
awesome.
be. I use alliteration to keep it a little bit creative. You know.
It was.
I threw
creative.
coffee in there.
I
too, 'cause
enjoyed
of
it. I enjoyed
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Shamir said to the group chat, he's like, "What is this?"
Well, you knew him. I didn't know like who it was by, and I was like, what the heck? Like I thought it was some random guy, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Asad.
I try.
I'm done with this story. Okay, so
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Any questions?
Any interesting stories? Anything?
How about like something inspiring, like
Yeah.
for a photographer?
Inspiring.
He's like, don't be a POS.
Don't be a POS.
well, no, as an artist or
Mhm.
through your photography, like what kind of message you want to put out there to either people who are inspiring to do the same
Mhm.
or to know about you?
Honestly, I don't mean to be cliche, but like just keep doing it. I mean, it's hard sometimes because you get bored of it, and I've been there. I'm there right now, but you just keep taking pictures, keep finding stuff that inspires you, keep finding people that inspire you. That's huge, because that's what keeps you interested in it. Because yeah,
Is there any other form of art that you'd want to pursue that you haven't yet?
man, I like dabble in a couple of different art forms. I think like fashion is a form of art. That's why I'm so interested into it. I loved drawing when I was younger, and I still like do it a little bit. I love music. I think consider music the art.
I have a question about like as somebody who's into fashion,
Mhm.
will you like judge somebody based off of what they wear?
No,
Like to a degree.
to a
I feel
degree
like everybody
maybe.
does, but
Yeah, to that degree, yeah. But like, I won't be like, oh, I'm not being friends with this person because they can't dress or something like that.
well, like more in the opposite direction. Like, oh, this guy has this on. Like, I need to.
Oh,
Let me talk
maybe.
to him.
It's more so just like same thing, similar to cars with fashion. Like if I see something like, oh, I know what that is, that's dope.
Right.
I'll just acknowledge it and just like do my own thing.
Mm.
Like if I see somebody with a car, like I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up, and then just like drive along. Just
Yeah.
something slight like that.
Because I feel like sometimes there's like a club of
Yeah,
people that is just like, dang.
yeah. That's
'Cause
actually.
I don't really care that much about. I
Alright.
like the way that people dress, but usually
Yeah.
I'm in like
Yeah,
all black or
just-
gray,
Yo, same.
like hoodie, hat, whatever.
Yeah, no, I respect that. Black
so
is
I'm
usually
like-
my go-to color too, but
Yeah,
I decided to bring some color for you guys. But you know,
dude,
We appreciate
we
it.
do
I
appreciate
got
it.
you.
Where can people find you online?
if you want to hire me photography, you can find me on Facebook, Asad Abbas Photography, Instagram, Asad Abbas Photography. I don't want to give out the personal stuff.
No,
No,
no.
no,
I'm
just
just gonna
your
stick
business
to
stuff.
Yeah.
Asad Abbas Photography. Anywhere searching on Facebook, Instagram.
And they'll be in the description.
You can find me on Tumblr because one person apparently found me on Tumblr. So
Awesome.
yeah.
We'll link it up in the bio.
Oh, for sure.
Amber,
Awesome.
last question.
If you could be any flavor, what would you be and why?
Ooh, that's tough.
Take
Mocha.
POS.
I like coffee.
You said mocha?
Mocha. Yeah.
Okay, why?
Why?
Anything with coffee is good in my head. But if I'm choosing ice cream flavor, I gotta stick with the classics, cookies and cream. I'm gonna cut it off right there.
But why do you think you're that flavor?
I like mocha. Let's run with mocha.
Let's go with
Mocha.
Yeah, like what about mocha says Asad Abbas?
I have no idea.
Then choose a flavor that helps describe you. Like, what is your flavor
idea.
and why?
I thought he was gonna say something crazy. He's like,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Mocha. Mocha's like simple, classy,
Ah.
but it tastes delicious.
There you go.
There you
I
have
like
it.
that one better.
Yeah. All
There you
right.
have it.
We'll cut that first one out.
Simple,
Simple.
simple and taste delicious. Simple,
Yeah.
classy, and taste delicious.
Hopefully you're not gonna throw ice cream at me now, but
No, that's part of it.
that is part of it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Give me
only
a
making
warning.
That's why
before
we
start
asked why you
running.
dress nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He brought the goggles though. So.
Yo, yeah, I'm prepared somewhat.
All right, guys. Well, that was Asad Abbas. Make sure you check him out on Instagram. He has dope photography. He'll be linked down below in the description. And thank you for listening to another episode of Strange Flavors. We'll catch you next time. Peace.